I did also add a few fun things this month. Good morning, everyone. It is Azure Day again. Actually, technically yesterday was Azure Day. The truck came in around 8 p.m. and then by the time I got home with everything, it was quite late. So we just put the frozen stuff away, got it back out this morning, and I'm gonna show you what we got. We did get about half of our normal order this month, partially because we genuinely did not need much. It was the first time in a long time since I started bulk buying that I really felt like we were stocked and we just didn't need too much. Also, we're buying a house this month. I like to say that we are fancy broke because we're paying all kinds of new bills right now. So just a good month to scale back a little bit. And that's part of the beauty of bulk buying, is I can do that and we don't feel it in our, availability of groceries. We still have a really good stock to eat from. I did also add a few fun things this month just because I could. We had the budget for it. So let me show you what we got. I'm just gonna start down here since it's nice and simple. We got our usual 2 bags of flour. These are 25 pounds. We go through 1 to 2 of these a month, depending on how much baking we do. I have mentioned in a couple of my other videos that I'm trying to get the kids off of just white flour. They love pancakes and waffles and tortillas, just all the things white flour. So we are using a little bit less these days, but we still store quite a bit of that. Also, I've moved up to the 25-pound quantity for our beans. This is the first one I've done. I think I'm just gonna store this in a 5-gallon. And so the way that we do our beans, we buy them in bulk and then I can them in pints and we have them ready to use as a convenience food. Next, we're gonna do the frozen section, and these are actually 3 items I've never bought before. So, like I mentioned, I'm trying to get the kids off of white flour, especially for breakfast time, because I feel like they are hungry so fast afterwards. It's just not the best way to nourish them, I think. And so I am trying to do like tostadas in the morning, and the kind that we get from the grocery store, they're the hard, crunchy kind, and they're delicious, but they are full of just awful stuff. Preservatives, seed oils, dyes, you name it. And so we're gonna try these. I just throw them in the oven and toast them up in the morning, but very clean ingredients. Organic sprouted corn, water, salt, lime. I mean, easy. So we like to do these with some refried beans, maybe some eggs, and I've also been making homemade queso fresco, which is really easy and really delicious. So, and these are also easy to serve deconstructed. If you have some picky kids, you can just put the tortilla on the plate. And then if all they eat is the tortilla, which happens sometimes in our house, at least it wasn't just white flour, you know what I mean? Okay. The other thing that we're trying this month is these Polish sausages. I do also get a brand from Costco, but I only buy the ones at Costco when they are on sale to make it affordable. I don't think the ones at Costco are organic, although they are grass-fed, but this brand is organic and grass-fed. So naturally this brand is a little pricier. We will probably go back and forth, but either way, this is kind of a luxury item and we only eat this maybe once a month. My son loves a really simple garlic, what's it called? Aioli? Oh gosh. Anyway, it's just like a really simple pasta dish with parsley and sausage and garlic and olive oil. So that is literally his favorite food, and we like to stay stocked on these. The other thing I'm really excited about, and these are super heavy, so I only brought 1 up, but this came in a box of 4. I really love that they are individually packed. That is incredible, and I so appreciate it. But this is supposed to be chicken backs, like chicken frames, that sort of thing, for making bone broth. I will put the brand here in the video, but my plan is to put this in the Instapot. Judging by the size, I think I'm gonna use about half a pack per recipe. And then you add some other vegetables and you cook it in the Instant Pot and you make some really nourishing bone broth. We've really been working on our gut health in this house, and I'm excited to add this to our regimen, but I wanted to get really high quality, pasture, organic, all of that for something like this, since we are extracting just absolutely everything out of these chicken frames. So this also makes me really want to raise our own chickens, because you're basically just buying the scraps. And it's expensive. This was not a cheap box. I think it was 80 something for this box of 4. It is very heavy, so they're dense, but anyway, I'll put the brand in the video. Then moving on, these actually are all brand new to us this month as well. So I was at a plastic wrap and I thought I would try this. We don't use a ton of plastic wrap, but there are some things that the beeswax wrap just does not work for. So we're gonna try this. I don't know how much better this really is. I think BPA free is a little bit of a greenwashing term because there's still other bad things in the plastic. But anyway, it is better than what you can get in the store. Now this is another product that I was trying mostly for my husband because he's not here during the day when we eat a lot of our fermented stuff. And so I wanted to find something he could take to work with him and add to his burritos or whatever and just get a little something fermented. However, I didn't realize that this was kimchi sriracha. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what this will taste like with the kimchi. I don't like kimchi, so we'll see what he thinks about this. I also thought this would be a fantastic snack for the kids if they will eat them. They have all kinds of flavors. So I got some for, I guess, me to try as well. The ingredients are just sort of okay. I just thought it would be an interesting way to get some other nutrients in their diet. But yeah, it does have sunflower oil and maltodextrin. I wonder if there's a cleaner brand. If you know a cleaner brand of this sort of thing, let me know. Then the other thing I picked up this month, since I am pregnant, I got this. I've never used this before, but it looks awesome. Just like a lotion at night before you go to bed. And then of course, this, if you're a mom, you know, probably don't have to explain this. The stuff they give you in the hospital is just loaded with chemicals, so we are gonna try something else. Then moving on, we have our Scout bars. We usually pick up a case or two of these each month. We just alternate flavors. Last month, I think we picked up the raspberry. This month, we got the apple pie and the peanut butter and jelly. I like this one because I think it has more protein. Let's see, 4 grams, 2 grams. So this one has more protein, but I really like to have the apple kind or the raspberry kind in stock because that's something you can send to allergen-free spaces with your kids when they need a snack, you know, church, Sunday school or whatever. We're nut free at our church, so that's what we like to keep around. This is also a new product. I wanted some clean root beer. We opened this one last night. I had a root beer float when I got home. It's only sort of okay. It does have the caramel color in it. I thought it was interesting that it uses natural mushroom extract to protect the quality. I've never seen that before, but this is delicious. I guess it's an okay compromise. It does seem like they're appealing to a health conscious crowd, which makes me wonder why they even bothered with the caramel color, because I think a lot of us would say we really don't care what color our root beer is as long as it's made with clean ingredients, you know? Over here is my bagged section. I picked up these dried blueberries and raw almonds because we have been making a granola that is really good with these like chopped up in there. We just do coconut oil, oatmeal, vanilla extract baked in the oven, and then we add these in it, and it actually makes a really good cereal. Kind of like a healthier Special K sort of cereal. My husband was very surprised by how good it was. So we ate through a gallon of that really quick. And then here I just picked up more prunes. My kids have started liking prunes, which is very exciting, but we have to ration them for obvious reasons. I want to try a recipe this month that has sun-dried tomatoes in them. And sun-dried tomatoes are something that I regularly don't have. I read through a recipe and I wish I had them. And I was buying the ones that are oil packed in the grocery store, but these seem like they would be much easier to store on a shelf. So we're gonna give these a try and see how that goes. And then I got citric acid for canning, as well as just a regular baking powder purchase. This one is aluminum free. Let me see if it says anything about that. I don't think so. But yeah, some of the brands have aluminum in them, which I did not know until a little while ago. So we've been buying this brand ever since I found that out. It does still have some random stuff in there. I don't really know what all this does, but as far as I'm aware, this is some of the cleanest baking powder you can buy. Then over here we have our fruit section, mostly. Obviously that's not fruit. I did already throw away cherries. Last night when the guy opened the truck, the very first thing he said was, if you ordered cherries, they didn't make it. I don't know if people have been complaining along his route or what, but I just ordered a 1 pound thing of cherries because actually last month they were not great either. But this month apparently they were way worse. So that got thrown away already, and I'm sure they will reimburse me. Otherwise, I guess also these sweet potatoes, I've mentioned before that you do have to open the bag pretty much right away, get them in the fridge, cut off anything bad, because sometimes they have a little bit of moisture in the bag or they're starting to go bad at the end. This was probably one of the worst sweet potatoes I've gotten. It was complete mush down here at the end. So I cut that off and pulled the rest out. The rest look okay. So sweet potatoes, they're delicious from Azure and they're organic, which is fantastic. I can't find organic in our local grocery stores, but you do have to manage these. You have to stay on top of them. You can't just buy them and forget about them for a few days. You gotta make sure that they're properly stored. We picked up a bag of carrots. We get these all the time. These store really well for a long time. So yeah, this is just a repeat purchase. Same with the potatoes. During the summer months though, we do store these in the refrigerator. They will start to kind of sprout pretty quickly in, like, you know, if you just put them in a pantry. But in the fridge, they keep forever. So I got red potatoes, which I haven't gotten in a long time. 2 bags of the Yukon Gold, because we love these at breakfast. And I tried to get a bag of russet, but they did not fulfill. So we will pick those up from a local grower in a little bit. Next, I got avocados. I've never purchased avocados from Azure before. I was very nervous. But anyway, I have had somebody tell me that these store really well in the fridge. And for organic avocados, they are a fantastic price at Azure. So I risked it. We're gonna give it a try. I think a few of these will make some good guacamole tonight, and the rest should last a while, hopefully. Next, I'm trying their vinegar. The neat thing that I've learned about their vinegar is it's double the strength. And I've been making a lot of cheese lately, and my vinegar is just not, it's not doing what it's supposed to do. And it's just some cheap vinegar from Costco. So I'm gonna try this good vinegar. I thought maybe my vinegar was just old, but I'm to the point now where I'm opening new containers of vinegar and it's still not making my cheese right. So I'm gonna give this a shot and see if it is more potent and able to make it work. And then we've got these onions. We get these all the time from Azure. They do keep pretty well. There will be some moisture in the bag usually. So I opened these last night just so they wouldn't be sitting in humidity all night long. And then I do take these out of the bag and I store them in a basket in our pantry so that they're not, you know, sitting in any plastic that can hold moisture. But otherwise, we really love these. We've bought these countless times and they're a usual purchase. We've also been enjoying these mangoes. You can see somebody's cherry juice dripped in. Those cherries really just did not make the trip, but their mangoes have been really good. They're usually ripe and none of them are rotten. This is our second case that we've gotten and we really love them. Of course, we've already eaten some, so there were more in here yesterday. I did also want to share what a little bit of real life here. We've got these mozzarella sticks on all of our organic food. That was a fun purchase we did for the kids at our Costco shop. But anyway, I picked up huge cases of the raspberry crumbles, as well as a huge case of blueberries and a huge case of broccoli. And I remember I was kind of brainstorming about how am I going to make this manageable. So far what I've done is I've reshuffled my freezers and put the big boxes in our big bulky freezers downstairs. And then I've been refilling these gallon plastic containers as we run out. It is effective. It's a little cumbersome because I do have to take like a chisel downstairs to break up the big clumps. So ideally I would have been able to part these out the day I got them. Maybe I will do that, but I don't have the infrastructure right now. I don't have a bunch of these containers. I think it's like $8 for a 2-pack and I really like these ones. So it's a little spendy, but maybe that's what we'll do going forward as we build up that infrastructure. But I need to go make the broccoli container still. I was just testing out these 2 containers and I really like this system. And I like that I don't have to throw away plastic bags all the time. I've tried a few brands of these silicone bags and they don't seal anymore, so this is what we have to do, and so I didn't want to use those. All right, the last thing I wanted to ask you all about before I have to run, because I have a very grumpy 18-month-old, but have you actually taken the time to look through the catalog? And if so, have you noticed that many times there are interesting things in the catalog? He's okay, he's frustrated. There are many times things in the catalog that I look online and I can't find them on the Azure website. So like for instance, in this catalog, they had the Yum Earth candy canes, which I thought would be great to stock for Christmas. Oh, you don't want me to hold you? Okay. Anyway, I can't find them, so. But anyway, that is not the first time that has happened to me. Last time I looked through the catalog really slowly and found several things I was interested in, and I could only find maybe a couple of them on the website. So, is that a thing? Is it a regional thing? I don't know. Have you noticed that? Thank you all so much for joining. We are gonna go sit and snuggle for a little bit because he is having a bad day. So I will see you all in the next video. Bye.